All right, here we go again. I am going to, in this video, show you how to upload your PowerPoint presentations that we just went over in the Screencast-O-Matic video that I just posted a few minutes ago. So you don't have to use Screencast-O-Matic. Again, you don't have to use Screencast-O-Matic. You don't have to lecture to your PowerPoint presentations. You can just post your PowerPoint presentations. Again, at this point in time, you know, obviously we're things are so insane that trying just to get the information to the students is probably going to be goal number one. So again, I'm kind of starting from the very beginning. I am going onto the Fresno City College website. I'm going to go to faculty and staff. I wonder if I can just click that. Yeah, there we go. My portal. Sign in. Log in. And again, I'm going to go straight to campus. So what I want to do is show you how I set up an online course to make it as organized as I'm going to get. I'm not particularly organized, but I think setting these up so that the students know where to look for the information is really helpful. So what I want to do is show you this is an online class. So this was already an online class. This is a currently going online class. So, and I titled it online so I wouldn't get confused. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to kind of show you how I organize the PowerPoint presentations. And what I do, obviously home, this is my home page. And I wanted my syllabus here, so that's where my syllabus is. Announcements, you've probably all seen that. I got all kinds of stuff in here, campus closure, videos, watch this for extra credit, blah, 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 happy Sunday, whatever. So this is just regular old announcements. If I want to make an announcement and I want the information to go out to all my students, I can put it here. Assignments, we talked about this yesterday too. This is where you're assigning things like discussion questions, if you choose to do those. Reaction papers, all this kind of stuff. So this is all stuff is already been done. I think I showed you how to do that in a video, video number 3, I think. Discussion boards, this we went over in video number 1. So that's what's on. So I'm kind of just trying to go down this side here so you can see what's coming up in everything. Grades, again, Canvas is really good at organizing your grade book for you. So that's what this second is going to tell me all my students and all their grades. And people, if you want to reach out to people specifically and you want to send a message or something, I would go here. Like if I wanted to message this guy, I'm going to click on his name. There's going to be a little thing right here, and I can send him, just him, a message. I do use that sometimes. Pages, I have nothing there. Files, we'll skip that. Syllabus, if I click on this, you're going to see my syllabus. It's right here, okay? Outcomes, I don't use that. Quizzes, we talked about that yesterday. But the important thing for this particular section is modules to me. So modules, I'm going to click on this. I'm going to show you that I built all this stuff. So this is CRIM 20. It's Intro to Corrections. So I have different modules for different parts of the book. And honestly, I just use the breakdown that the publisher already makes. The publisher defined part 1 as putting corrections in perspective. Chapter 1 is titled The History of Crime and Corrections. And this is my PowerPoint video. Chapter 2 is a sentencing and correctional process. This is my PowerPoint. Okay. The publisher broke it down to part 2 being correctional policy and operations. So again, that's the chapter title, PowerPoint. Chapter title, PowerPoint. Chapter title, PowerPoint. So how the heck do you do that, Fernandez? I know, right? All right. So let's. I got up to chapter 9 in this particular course. Oh, I'm trying to pause. Okay, so it kind of, just by chance, kind of ended up being fairly easy for me to add something on here because part 3, what am I trying to say? Okay, it's early in the morning, and yeah, so part 3 is correctional clients, and then these were all the chapters that fit underneath there. So what I want to do is explain that these, part 1 is a module. Part 2 is another module, and when I'm saying module, I'm referring to one of these. Part 3 is another module. So it just so happens that chapter 10 is the beginning of part 4. So how am I going to break this down? I'm going to add a new module. And I'm going to call it part 4. I guess I've done, oh no, prison life. So the part 4 in the book, the way that the publisher broke it down, part 4 is called prison life. So I'm going to add a new module that says part 4, prison life. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down here and hopefully my new module is there. Voila, it is there. You also see all these little check marks here? That means they're published. This is not published, okay? So this is something that we have to remember to do. It's one of those things that will really mess you up if you forget to do it, because your students won't have access to it. Okay, so part 4, prison life. Chapter 10 is the next thing that I'm going to add here, and I'm going to add the heading. Like this one says special offenders, I'm going to add a new heading. When I'm looking to add a new heading, I just clicked on that little plus sign right there. I'm going to go up here. It's not an assignment. It is called a text header. So I'm going to click on text header. And the header is chapter 10, the management of prisons. Okay, and that's it. That's the name of the whole chapter. So I'm going to press add item. Okay, so this is our new module, prison life, chapter 10, the management of prisons. Now I want to add the PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so I'm going to click the arrow again. It's not an arrow, a plus sign. Okay, I'm going to press the plus sign. And I want to add a new file here because I have my PowerPoints saved onto a thumb drive and they're in a file. So I'm going to click this little arrow thing again. All kinds of stuff comes up. I want to add a file. I already have all this other stuff in here, but it's going to be a new file because I haven't uploaded it yet. So I'm going to click new file. And it's going to tell me choose where you want that file to come from. So I'm going to choose a file. I know that it happens to be on my thumb drive. So I'm going to go over here to USB-D. And I'm going to search 10 crim chapter 10 crim 20. That's it right here. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to click open. And then I'm going to click add item. Okay. So if I wanted to add something like a YouTube video, you know what? Let's just not do that now. Disregard. So this is chapter 10, crim 20, and let's just keep going. I'm going to add another chapter onto here. So chapter 11, and I'm again still just going back to this little guy right here. I'm going to add. If you remember, I want this to be a text header because it's a new chapter. So chapter 11, prison life for inmates. Doesn't this class sound fun? Oops. I'm going to add the item. So you see right here, chapter 11, boom, right there. Okay. So I'm going to add the PowerPoint now. Same deal. I want it to, it's in a file. It's going to be a new file, so I'm clicking on new file. Okay. And then I'm going to choose a file. And again, it's from the same, I know, again, it's on my USB, so I'm going to type in 11, and 20. Now I just gotta find it, so give me a second, people. Okay, Crim Project Chapter 11 is right here. Boom. I clicked on that. I'm gonna click open, and I'm gonna add that item. Boom. Once my computer catches up, we're all good. Okay, so that's just 2 examples. I'm not going to go on for any more than this. Hopefully, if you need to rewatch it again, do that. But you'll remember that I said it needs to be published. Everything needs to be published. You'll notice this is not published. There's no little green arrow here, so it's not published. So all I need to do to publish it is click, boom, all published. Okay, so once you see those little green arrows, check marks, I'm calling everything arrows today, but those little green check marks, you know that those have been published. So this is how to kind of keep them in an orderly fashion. It's going to be under the module section. Again, you don't have to do it like this. I'm just suggesting this because I think it makes it easier for you to keep organized and for the students to keep organized. So I think that we're going to stop with that. And I'm going to do another video on how to get your own YouTube channel if you want. So, bye.